Today, we find ourselves in Japan, checking into the most elegant Disney stay, the iconic Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. From the grand Victorian lobby to the exclusive gardens and restaurants, to the whimsical themed rooms, we're uncovering every detail to find out if this deserves a place on your bucket list. But if you're new here, we're Mitch and Ella of MitchEllaCo, and after 5 years, 20 countries, and over 100 travel videos, we're starting our biggest adventure yet. Around the world in 80 stays. From theme park resorts to luxury escapes to iconic city hotels, we're showing you the most unforgettable places to stay and what to do nearby. In our last video, we visited the #1 theme park in the world, Tokyo Disney Sea. From rides you can't experience anywhere else, to the magical world of Mermaid Lagoon and the brand new Fantasy Springs, we showed you the entire park. But today, it's all about Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. I take you inside and your mind is blown by the grand lobby. I just wanted to take a moment and take in the exterior of this hotel. There are so many details and it just pops out. You can see the craftsmanship and it's highlighted by the brown and yellow accents, the stained glass throughout, and there's even a Tinkerbell on top of the building. I'll direct you up. Look at that egg. It's iridescent even. It's just, I'm practically speechless, but I'm gonna try to hold it together for you guys. This hotel is legendary. It does happen to be a 5-star hotel at the pinnacle of luxury for Disney resorts, and this one is almost on top of the entrance to get into the park, so there's a lot of perks involved. Now on your way in to check in, taxis and buses are gonna drop you off, but you just have to take a second to check out the fountain. It is Fantasia themed. If you are, I don't know, before the 2000s and have seen that movie, there's all the buckets and mops dumping the water in. It's just so manicured here. Disney has such a way with bringing magic through landscaping. We're on our way inside to check in with you guys, but I just wanted to mention, this is the highest rated hotel out of all the Disney hotels that they have to offer. I think it's almost got 9,000 Google reviews online, and there's definitely a reason why. Even this little area, you get a taste. You get a taste of what's to expect in the grand lobby. So just in case you get lost in between getting dropped off by your taxi, the entryway, you make it through the doors and we have 4 different maps. I love a good map, especially when it's 3-dimensional on the TV. We have the monorail, just in case you're going around to different Disney hotels that each stop has each hotel that you could stay at. Then there is also the main train station if you're coming in from Tokyo, how you made it through and how to get into each park. There is how to get to Tokyo Disneyland, which is essentially just running straight through the lobby. And then there's also how to get to the Dreamers Lounge, where you'll be hanging out before you check in. So if you walk in directly, there'll probably be a bellman to catch you. But if you don't, you make it to the left immediately and the check-in desk is behind me. Now I will say, we have gotten here a couple hours early for each of the hotels that we've stayed at on the Disney properties, and they are really strict about when you can check in. So check-in is usually at 3:30, and you can drop your bags off early between 3:30 and 4:30. And then all you'll need is your passport. You'll fill out a customs form. They'll print out your early access tickets, and if you don't know what that is, you get to get into the park 15 minutes early if you stay at any of the Tokyo Disneyland properties, as well as they'll direct you to drop off your bags to the bellman desk, which we will go to next. You'll be able to spot the bellman because they're in the most adorable outfits walking around and very attentive to all your needs. But if you come early or check out before the park opens, after the park opens, you're gonna drop your luggage here. They're just going to check with your last name and hold everything, so there's no pieces of paper involved. It's extremely efficient and amazing, to be honest. Next, we will be taking you into the grand lobby. Now this hotel was built in 2008, but it does not shy away from incredibleness. Let's take a look around. This is the third hotel at Tokyo Disney, and it is Victorian style. If you've ever been to Paris, it's also Victorian style with that hotel there. So they kind of vibe off each other. But this one has motifs of Minnie and Mickey everywhere. You can spot the Disney characters throughout, but they're really classical touches, I'll say. It seems very elevated, luxury, fantasy sprinkled in. Another thing that we noticed that is Disney specific is there's a TV lower to the ground with miniature stools for the kids. So as you check in, if you're here early, you can drop them off at the TV. Today they're playing Monsters Inc., but at the Mira Costa they were playing Aladdin, I want to say. It's just the most adorable touch, and it's definitely built for the children, of course, to visit the park. Other little things to do while you're waiting for your room to be prepared is there's like a little carousel, toy carousel behind me, but the real star of the lobby is this toy house that is larger than life, and everybody's like, I don't even know why they have it, but I'll tell you why.
Dollhouse.
Dollhouse, thank you. The reason they have this in the lobby is because they can. Okay, but the best side for your entertainment is the themed room on the inside of the dollhouse. Let's take a look. You have to stand here while you're waiting. This is definitely catches your attention and keeps you occupied. But each room has a theme. We have the Little Mermaid in a tub. We have Peter Pan with the shadow in the distance and Tinkerbell. We have Cinderella with all the paintings down here. So adorable. Dalmatians, Snow White. This one has a couple
Alice in Wonderland
hints. And this is just more Victorian. Again, the theme of the hotel is Victorian, so that's the build of it, but it's just something to bring the kids over if they're not watching movies to check out the dollhouse. Bonus feature is I found Dumbo. Right at the very top. Well, after you make it to the lobby, you can see the token fountain in the distance. You're gonna come down a level. We're making it down to the lower level and almost the entry to the park. But just one last touch, we'll wrap back up, but there is the Dream Lounge, which is food behind me. So cute. We'll double back for that one, but we're on our way outside. This is a must stop. This is, as you're coming up the stairs, greeted with this. What a photo op. You don't even need to be in this picture. This is just an awe-inspiring, what's it called?
Mosaic.
Mosaic, there we go. Something beautiful to look at.
This is the Mitch of MitchEllaCo. My only really job is to finish Ella's sentences. So when you guys are like, oh, I know the word, I'll just get it for you. We can work on this together. Like and subscribe.
This is your first look. If you check into the hotel, you haven't been to Tokyo Disneyland yet, this will be the entrance. Oh my gosh, I'm getting butterflies. We haven't been inside yet, we just checked in. So this is authentic excitement right now. I hear this one's really good. Disney Sea blew us away, so this has got some competition. So we have the monorail in the background. If you're transferring from other hotels or the main train station, this is where it drops you pretty much in front of the hotel, but I'll take you back to the courtyard. There's all these nifty things built in. So we have the Bippity Boppity Boop Boutique, where if you had a daughter, you can go in and probably spend hundreds of dollars to get them princessified. That's built into the hotel, as well as the Disney Mercantile Shop, which is more souvenirs. We'll take a look in there too. And then there's a Magic Memory photo place over here. So this actually has more things to see and do, I would say, than Mira Costa, but it's got the originality because this was with the original park. We're on our way to a secret garden that you can only access with the hotel key card, which technically we don't have yet, but somebody's gonna take pity on us and let us inside. Wow, okay, this is where the memories happen, magic happens. There's all kinds of little goodies you can get, especially Sleeping Beauty, because if you don't know, that's one of the most famous rides here, so it makes sense. The Bippity Boppity Boop Boutique, what a mouthful, is already closed. It's open earlier in the day, so you can get in, get princessified, and then make it into the park. Unfortunately, it's closed, and we probably wouldn't walk in there either, but I bet you can check the prices online. Wow, the quality of these dresses. Now this is where you go for the souvenirs, for the costumes. I wish they came in adult sizes, but they have a costume policy. This is great because I think in the Bippity Boppity Boop boutique, you get to keep the costume after they do your hair and makeup as a little kid. Let's take a look around. There's some good ones in here. So we are here during Halloween season. It's October of 2025 and they have all the Halloween goodies you could possibly think of. I will say I picked these up and somehow they matched my outfit today and it was like $15 US. I don't know how much they usually are, but I know it's a bargain in Japan. The biggest bag of potato chips ever.
Well, everything's in these little containers, if she hasn't told you that. So there is, you know what you get in Tokyo. Hello, full transparency, it's cool. Literally transparent into the box.
What do you got though? We did it, guys. We were in front of the hotel and it was perfectly landscaped about Fantasia. Now we're in the Sherwood Gardens, which you can only access with the hotel key unless you ask really nicely while you're waiting to check in. It is stunning in here. I would expect no less, but this is on a next level. The boxwoods are extra boxy, the fountains are extra splashy, and the flowers are extra colorful. Through the looking glass, a little touch to Alice in Wonderland, but we are on the bottom floor. We just came in from the courtyard with the Bippity Boppity Boop, the entrance to the park, and we have made it to almost a convenience store. It has a little bit of everything that you need. I will say that if you were deciding between Mira Costa, that does not have one. It's more smaller with souvenirs. This has two, a souvenir shop we already took you to through the looking glass for convenience, and then 3 restaurants. Let's take a look inside. Oh my gosh, I found a cup of ice where you buy a cup of ice. I've seen this online, and then you pour your drink over the top. But what I wanted to say is there's so many little grab and go snacks in here, as well as different things you could need like lotions and soaps and other souvenirs. We have made it to the cup of noodles section. All right, there's a lot to choose from. If I had to guess, there's probably some kind of hot water machine in the room. I haven't seen a microwave, but maybe. More cup of noodles over here. Potato chips. But there's so many grab and goes. There's like sandwiches and sushis and noodles and meals that if you got back from the park late at night, which I don't know how late this is open, but you could grab something and take it back to your room if you're not in the mood to go to one of the 3 restaurants. So the screen has some breakdowns of foods, the restaurants. It's particularly Halloween themed right now. As I mentioned, we're here in October. But this away is the Sherwood Garden Restaurant. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they have themes for Halloween and Christmas as well. This overlooks the park we were just in, so it makes sense with the name, but it is so gorgeous on the outside. It looks like you could have a really good tea party in there. Dining room over here and buffet over here. They have quite the quantity of food here. We've made it to the next restaurant, gorgeous on the outside. It's called Canna, and this is more of fine dining. It's 15,000 yen for a set menu, I would say. You come down, you have 7 courses of delight. There is also theming for Halloween right now, but this could be, if you didn't want a buffet style, something different. We have made it back upstairs to the lobby to the Dreamers Lounge. I will say that after walking through all of the restaurants, it's very oriental, very leaning into the Japanese culture with the foods, so you'll definitely have some new experiences here if you're from America or the UK, or it's your first time to Japan. But this is a lounge. You get more light meals, beverages. This is where you hang out if you're too tired to go into the park, but let's take a look around. It's extraordinary. The magic in here is legendary. You have to come in through the lobby and just take a second to look around the Dreamers Lounge, the bar, the chandeliers, the furniture. It's just, they thought of every detail. If you're as big a fans as we are of Disney, then you gotta buy the merch. We don't have that much of it, but in case you go crazy because everything is reasonably priced here, they have a dedicated home delivery service where they will box up all of your souvenirs and ship them back home for you. I just can't believe there's a whole room and service dedicated to this, but Disney enthusiasts unite. I just want to take a second. We're walking down a hallway to make it to the pool that they have seasonally, but the details that go into these hallways, not only are there paintings, it's like framed in wallpaper, but also the lighting fixtures, if you could see the details, and the ceiling molding, and even the door numbers are three-dimensional. It's just the articulation and detail. I'm gonna have to count how many times I've said details in this movie, but they did an incredible job. I was telling Mitch earlier, I feel like if you were in architecture or interior design and you had to design some of these hallways with some of these accessories, then you would die. This is the placard for the Misty Mountains pool. It is an exterior pool and seasonal and definitely closed. The doors behind us are totally dark. I'll have to drop in some pictures online, but I did write down that you get lockers and towels for free. It's 3,000 yen, which is the equivalent of like $20 for adults, and 1,000 for 4 to 11-year-olds, which is about $7. So if you were here during summer months and you wanted to make the most of the hotel and maybe take a day off from walking so much, this would probably be the place to go. And it's really cool because we've noticed that a lot of hotels in Japan don't have pools, don't have the usual hotel amenities. Hi, Mom! Did you guys just hear Mickey just talk to us? Also, the details in this elevator are amazing. There's buttons on every single wall so you don't interrupt anybody. And Mickey just told us we have arrived. We're making it up to the room. We're gonna give you a full room tour. The only things I wanted to tell you is that as far as amenities go, there's no gym and there's no spa, but they will come to your room for massages by special request. But let's take a look at this room. Welcome to 5103. Guys, I just want to take a second. You make sure you like and subscribe because this room is so freaking cool. I'm so excited to show you. I don't know what kind it is, but somehow we got something epic. We'll take you into the bathroom first, but favorite spot, the full-length mirror. Wow, even the mirror and the details and the wallpaper. We have the designated toilet room. We have this door that you can get closed off from. I love the sliding doors, even the handles. Okay, we have this bathroom, which if you have watched some of our other videos, the Mira Costa, all the bathrooms in Japan have entire shower rooms. So there's a tub in there, but it's huge. And then we have this. The magic of Disney is that when you check in to the room, you'll notice that each drawer is strategically opened in different places for goodies for you to scavenger hunt for, essentially. This side, we have the blow dryer, tissues, and so you can see the things that inside. Then you have all these souvenirs. We have toothbrush kits. We have tins with Q-tips and shower caps, all the toiletries, even a hairbrush. Look at this packaging. And cups you can take home with you. It even says on the back, I checked, that you can take them home. But this vanity, wow. The mirror, the light fixtures, the imprint on the towels, they know what they're doing. They definitely went Disney, but also I'll mention the ceiling is rounded. I'm so thankful that there's no one to turn this on because there's actually, whoa, a waterfall effect in this shower room. This is the first that we've seen. Also a really big tub, marble accents, and then the mosaic built into the tub area. Extra magical. We'll take you in from the entryway to the main bedroom area. We have 2 beds. If you haven't been to Japan before, it's very common for there to be 2 beds. I don't know if it was the way I booked it or if this is what they have to offer, but will be sleeping separately or very cozy. The things that I wanted to mention, come with me to see the detail on the bed. We have the castle etched into the bed set, the woodworking, and this is like solid stuff. This must have been all custom, including the wallpapers with the Mickeys hidden inside. Crazy. Even like this, the craftsmanship is insane, guys. The light fixtures and then the Mickey and Minnie wallpaper that's framed in by the molding. I'm losing my mind. It is so gorgeous in here. Okay, bed test. Extremely firm pillows, nice and fluffy. And then another secret drawer in here. We have go home postcards. If you didn't buy any souvenirs like us, then you have these designated ones you can take home with you to add to your collection. We have this nice baby closet. You don't need that much space. You're probably not staying here for too long, but even the knobs, I'm trying to do this room justice with the details. You open it, the lights come on, it has matching wallpaper throughout, slippers for you to take your shoes off, which I'm so being disrespectful. We still have our shoes on. We should have instantly taken them off. And then the luggage carrier, so everything is tidy and fit in there. We make it to my husband's favorite zone, the coffee nook, but more tea style in Japan. Even these little cups. So cute, and the details of the Beauty and Beast paintings. And let's see, I believe the mini fridge is down here. Let's take a look. Nicely emptied, but there are 4 water bottles for you to refresh yourself. Okay, time to take off the shoes. And let me show you how big this couch is. Does it fit the ears? It's pretty big. It's pretty big. I'm 5'5", and yeah, spacious. We do have the 2 accent chairs and the sofa. Now, is it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in the world? No. Is it kind of just a pinch ugly? I'm not gonna lie, a little bit, but the theming, it pulls itself together. It's so beautiful in here just because it keeps with the theming throughout. The real star of this room is the view. I don't know how we got so lucky, but the blinds opened electronically and we sway. Guys, the monorail's coming in through our window. This is insane. Again, our room is 5103. You can see the castle, the volcano, both parks, as well as the Sherwood Garden is down below us. Fantastic view and value for what you get, and the living room, the big area. This might be your room. Make sure you request it before you book. The price point was a lot, but the unique features is that it's literally the doorway into the Tokyo Disneyland. You can walk straight out into the park. Crazy. It's so uniquely positioned, and you can see it from our room. This is crazy. So we ended up paying 630 US. I don't know what that is in yen. I should
93,000.
convert it down below, but it was definitely more expensive for us. This is our only second Disney hotel. We paid a little bit more for the Mira Costa, and I think that's crazy because I think this one is even better value for the money. It's higher rated on Google, but they individually complement each of the parks, so that's why this one is the #1 for Tokyo Disneyland. That being said, if you are going to book any of the competitors, there are plenty of Disney resorts. The higher levels are the Mira Costa, which is more Tokyo Disneyland Sea. This one's obviously named after the park you want to go to, and then there's different tiers and name brands of the Hilton and different ones you can stay at, but this one, just from the outside, the interior, the full view, you can see where the value comes from. So again, if you clicked on this video, you're probably making your way to the park or to this hotel and you want to get a taste of it. Hopefully this video is helpful and you realize that this really is the #1 park for Tokyo Disneyland, and this is where you should be staying if you want to spend a little bit extra for all the perks you get. Again, the 15-minute early entry is amazing. You get it at check-in to make sure that you can get into one of your favorite rides right off the bat. But overall, we're going MitchEllaCo, around the world in 80 stays, and this is our second hotel, so we're gonna put this one on the leaderboard. This is gonna be hard because Mira, Costa, and this one go hand in hand, so you gotta tell us which one you liked in the comments down below. But overall, we're so thankful to have stayed in this hotel. We can't wait to explore Disneyland Tokyo tomorrow and tell you how excited and legendary it will be as well. But make sure you like and subscribe, check out our whole Japan series, and we'll see you on the next one.